Okay, yeah. So this is gonna be part three of the late night sex chat. Well, I do a lot of reading. Okay, and I know a lot of people don't care for reading or don't have the time, but it has helped me to gain the knowledge that I have now, and I'm actually utilizing the knowledge. So when it comes to sex, I've always been a real sexual person. I believe sex is spiritual too, so I can't just have sex with just anybody. So, with that being said, I want to tell you guys about a book, Sex Magi, which I got a hold of this book by not following, but a teacher, Bobby Hemmett. He mentioned this book a few times. I ended up getting the book and reading it, and the book is by Fashel Randolph Beverly. He was like the father of the OTO or whatever you want to call it. He taught all the like Aleister Crowley. He taught a whole lot of people basically. Okay, he has quite a few books out, but that was the first book I got, of course, because it's about sex. But in this book, he talks about how when you're having sex, to do like certain little you can utilize the sex to get stuff in your life, basically. Like when you have an orgasm, there's a lot of energy and power behind that. So you can actually use it to create things in your life instead of just having an orgasm and then that's it. You ever wonder why you can never get enough sex, or you can never get enough of this or that, or like for me, for example, I'll get something, after a while I get bored with it because it's like you can never feed the flesh. You're going to want more of this, more of that. You're forever chasing that first feeling you got when you came the first time, you know? So there, I felt like it would be smart to utilize my sexual energy to manifest things into my life. And this book was teaching that and teaching techniques and things that I already was using. Not everything, though. So, like sex tantra, how you breathe in and stuff like that. Well, I had one male partner. Let me tell you, me and him started reading this book together. I read it to him. I read a few verses out the book, kind of got his mind open to it. And I started studying about Shiva and Lakshmi. Okay. You can Google all this stuff if you want to. But anyway, Shiva was a god or a deity that he was like the only deity the only god who could tame another goddess named Kali. Kali is this blue goddess that a lot of people fear her because the way she's depicted. She has like the heads, a whole bunch of chopped off severed heads in her hand. She has a necklace with little heads and stuff around it, and skeletons. She got a sword in one hand, her tongue's hanging out, all type of stuff. And really, for me, when I looked at that, I seen somebody who is just really removing your ego. Anyway, Shiva was the only god that can tame her during sex. None of them could really get her to calm down. And what I've read about it, he could last for hours and hours and hours, longer than hours, but we're going to use hours for us beings that are here cannot concept that there is not time, and it's a lot of stuff. But anyway, so we're going to say hours and hours, okay, without him ejaculating or coming. So I got my friends actually get into this study with me, y'all. And what happened was, um, I could tell the difference in our little sex sessions. Oh, he was holding it down. Okay, he was holding it down. Like he could, make me have multiple orgasms. And he had to do a lot of breathing, and the techniques work, y'all. I'm telling you, they work. We actually had some sex sessions where we both manifest things together because we would come at the same time. Well, me, I'm having more than 10 orgasms in one session. Okay, because he was holding off for so long, he could please me. it got to the point where I couldn't even talk. Okay, I was saying, I would say it's equivalent to talking in tongues. I don't know what I was saying. So he was doing his thing. Okay, he brought out that he unleashed the beast. Okay, that's all I can say. And on top of that, um, there's women that can ejaculate like a man. There's actually a village, like back in the day, there was a village. It may still exist. I don't know, where these women would go into this hut or whatever to say, and they would have to learn how to ejaculate all over the walls. Okay, I know this sounds nasty, whatever, but it's real. Well, like they actually can come across the room type stuff all over the wall. Well, I have always been able to do that. I just thought it was something wrong with me. So whenever I felt like I was about to come, I would like try to end the sex or try to not come until I had got older and I realized that it's just me. Now I have more information to back it up and I don't feel bad now. I don't feel bad that I can, wet the whole bed or the room or hit you with the super soaker if you're doing it right. Like, anyway, with that being said, yeah. So when I had this male lover of mine to actually read into Shiva and his sexual practices, I noticed that he took on the energy of Shiva. And I was loving it, loving it. So we both, it got to the point where I could take on the energy of other deities too. So it was really cool. But anyway, that is something that I really, really like, during sex to be able to manifest. And it's something that other people should get into instead of just having sex and wasting that magical elixir. Like, put it to use. You can still get that feeling and you can, like, go to another level. Now, I don't recommend just having sex with any and everybody, but I'm telling you, you find that right partner, the energy is right, you know, this is something that we should be more open about. Is the sex, instead of always acting like it's a bad thing. It's not. It's beautiful. It's a part of who you are. All right, guys. So this might be my last video on this sex talk. Until next time, peace.